Hey everyone, Gamer263 here, otherwise known as HunterZ263 across the internet, and today I'm going to be reading Fallout Equestria Winter's Wrath, mainly the prologue. This will be part of a little reading series that I'm going to do for the story, since I really like it so much. If you would like to read along, a link to the chapter will be in the description, and feel free to check out the rest of the story also. I highly recommend it. Alright, let's begin. Phileas Stable 86. Hi, now let me introduce myself. I am Amethyst and I am going to tell you about the fun I have had getting shot, cut, sliced at, chased, threatened, frozen, and a whole bunch of other things that I cannot really explain in less than 300,000 word story. Oh, I could go on. But before I do, however, I need to tell you of how I came to be in my sweet, easy, carefree, and boring life in Stable 86. As a young filly, I grew up with my mother. My father passed away when I was a very young foal, and I do not remember him. My mother is tasked as personal assistant to the Overmare, so she had very little time for me growing up. As a unicorn, I am expected to learn magic. Unicorn ponies were taught separately to Earth ponies, so as a result, there were two different schools for each. I attended the Stable 86 school for unicorns. Subjects from magic to literacy and numeracy were taught. I excelled at everything except magic. Of all my peers, I was last to learn my first spell, telekinesis, last to earn my cutie mark, last to get a pip-buck. Typically, as a rather different filly/mare, I have had a hard time getting along with my peers. Last to learn magic followed by last to get my cutie mark were sure things to doom my entire childhood. To put it simply, I was the class punching bag, and it only got worse when I entered adolescence and every pony learned that I was attracted to other fillies. Mother found out about this, of course, and like the ignorant pony she is, it seems that she is still absolutely certain I'll marry a stallion, have foals, grow old, and die like every pony else. I took extracurricular activities after school before I got my cutie mark to stray from boredom. Mother is too busy keeping in touch with the important ponies to even spend any time with me. As such, I spent most of my time learning medical to follow my dream of becoming a medical pony. I got a certificate to show I passed basic medical and attempted to move on to unicorn medical training. I failed as I could not perform the spells given to me. I got my cutie mark well after any of my classmates and had to endure some 12 months of torture. Half the class gave me the nickname Bling Fling until I finally got my cutie mark. The late appearance of my cutie mark was probably my own fault. As I wanted to be a medical pony, everything I tried or did was to get the right cutie mark so I could become a medical pony within the stable. Due to this, I did not want to do anything else. When I finally got my cutie mark, I was extremely disappointed. It was like opening a gift and you did not get what you wanted. I did not know how I got my cutie mark until my mother pointed it out. I went from shock to joy to disappointment in 10 seconds flat. It was a purple gem with a thin purple quarter circle line to the bottom right of the gem. I guess whenever I forgot my own name, I could just look at my flanks. Unlike other ponies who know what their special talent is, I have no idea what my own is. I guess my body said, "Well, Amethyst, since you don't have a cutie mark and at this rate you will never have one, let's just give you a random one." It wasn't until my second week after I got my cutie mark that I noticed something unique. The purple line to the bottom right glows a soft luminescent purple in the dark. I still have no idea what the mark means, but amidst my disappointment that my cutie mark is not what I wanted it to be, I must admit that the glow effect was rather cool. For the next few days I showed this off to my peers and smirked at the effect. I swore I must have heard the phrase "that is so cool" more times in 10 minutes than I had in my entire life. How I got my cutie mark? Oh, I have no idea. All I did that morning was read, went to school, and helped some pony recover some lost items. Maybe my special talent was finding stuff? How can that be? I did not find anything valuable. I have found things before, whether or not they are my own. Why didn't my cutie mark show up then? After we get our cutie mark, we get a pip-buck. Each pony gets a pip-buck at his or her cutie mark party, normally the first weekend day after the cutie mark appears. Like every pony else, my pip-buck was given to me by the overmare of our stable. This also means I am assigned to certain tasks within the stable. Even though I already know I won't be, I was still hoping I'd be placed in a clinic working with the medical ponies. When my pip-buck was presented to me, I was ecstatic and had the overmare binded to my left leg just above my hoof. The pip-buck displayed everything I could think of. I have worked with terminals before, but never been able to access a pip-buck before. and with the sink in my heart, a note pinned on my pit book. I was due to start my first shift first thing in 2 days. I was assigned to what unicorns do best: maintenance. Although, while I worked in maintenance, I tended to most terminals in the stable. My natural talent was recognized and I was assigned to working on, fixing, changing terminals in the stable. Something of a talent of mine. By the age of 13 and nearly 4 years after I got my CUNY mark, I lost interest in medical and simply honed my skills on where I knew I did well: computers and technology. I had my mother's computer at the age of 8 without a pit book, and by the time I had my CUNY mark, I could get through some security systems in the stable, and this only improved when I received my pit book. I am assigned also to mundane tasks such as changing bulbs and testing equipment as well, but normally only during downtime when there is nothing else for me to do. That's me in a nutshell, not that it explains much. Here's what happened. And there we go, the prologue is finished. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, dislike, do whatever you want. So I guess I'll see you all in the next chapter. Take care, everyone.